The number one driver behind VIP Retailers' success has been its unparalleled entrepreneurial culture. The culture built on delivering the newest, absolute best technology, services, and VIP treatment to its consumers. But staying out front and strong in wireless retail and wholesale is a team sport, one that requires vigilance and constant upgrade. Even a high-performing engine needs to be retuned. Reimagining just one of its components in a new way could turbocharge sustainability and supercharge profits. This is the mission of VIP's exclusive retailer insurance platform, an opportunity to unite as VIP retailers to purchase only the coverage we need, eliminate insurance claims, and reduce our costs. The mission here is to outperform our industry peers and use our purchasing clout to unleash the full power of VIP retailers to grow and increase profit. This is the VIP exclusive retailer insurance platform.
We're excited about the exclusive insurance program we're going to present to you today. So let me just launch the presentation by introducing Kendall Casper, Vantreo team leader for the VIP project. Kendall will introduce you to the program, its partners, features, and benefits.
Thank you, Len. This is really an exciting day for me. I've been working on this, working with the VIP team for over a year now. And the initial conversation and the goal from the start and going forward is to work together to provide a benefit for you. This is all about you, the retailers, and bringing something that you could not get on your own as an individual retailer, whether you have multiple locations or just one location. You are going to have more power and leverage in the insurance marketplace by joining together as a group to purchase your insurance. And when I say power and leverage, that includes better rates, expertise, in terms of service and advisory services, and the broader acceptance of retailers. Maybe some retailers who normally would not be acceptable because maybe you're in an area of the country that has high exposure to wind or various types of claims that may not be acceptable. This gives you more acceptability with the carriers because, again, you're part of a large group. So VIP and Vantreo, through this months of work, came together to provide VIP retailers with a supportive, tech-driven insurance program that every one of you can feel comfortable with. Since we are insurance brokers, our first priority was to find a carrier partner that would join with us to accomplish our goals. We worked with several carriers over the months, and one carrier stood out as the true partner that we were looking for in every facet of this program, and that's Hartford. Hartford is a familiar name to many of you, very strong financials, which is important when you're carrying insurance with a company. You want to know that they have the financials to pay claims. They are providing generous pricing discounts. We will be providing you with risk reduction services, meaning ideas to prevent claims. We comply with the insurance you will be getting through Hartford complies with the VIP requirements. And then we'll talk about it later, but you also have a lot of self-service technology options that through an online portal that again we'll be talking about very quickly. So the coverage is customized for your protection and compliance. Again, the premium discounts reflect large group purchasing power. And one of our big goals is that not only to join you together, but then to help, again, reduce claims, because fewer claims by the whole group will increase your ability to reduce costs, reduce rates. And so you have a dedicated team in every facet of this program, but particularly with regards to claims and claim prevention, that can help you again, prevent claims. So I have Mike. I'm going to introduce now Mike Rothwell. He's with the Hartford executive team, and he's here to talk about a little bit more about claims and the claims that are particular to your industry. Mike?
This morning here, we're going to first talk about smash and grab theft being the most prevalent type of insurance claim that we see in the marketplace. So one of the things we always like to do with our members, with our partners, with our customers is make sure we're doing everything we can to control what's within our control and minimize the chances of these types of events from happening. So one of the best practices that we have developed over the course of our 200 plus years in business, and much more recently as cell phone stores and retailers across the country have really changed and evolved. A couple of things that we have found to be very effective in minimizing the type of claims that you might see in the way of theft is by utilizing a delay system where you're delaying usually a 10-minute delay on safes anytime you got a customer looking to actually purchase something. So on top of that, anytime you could put those safes behind a locked door, the more levels that you have to protect your inventory that are locked away, the more likely it is that anyone that sees you as a potential target out there, because they want to come right through the open doors and take the things that are on the floor, if anyone knows that there's a 10-minute delay, that's really going to scare them away from that potential experience. So that's one of the things we have seen as a very best practice from our cell phone retailers across the country. And if that's not something you knew before this call, hopefully that does open your eyes. Because that's important, and we know it's very much the most prevalent exposure that we see here in the insurance industry. Something that we always like to talk about when it comes to protecting your assets as a business owner is employee dishonesty. Not that we like that it exists, but that's the reality of the world that we live in, is sometimes folks may have an employee that thinks they're not getting a fair shake in the world that they live in, and they want to take from the business. So what do we do to control that? We always talk about installing cameras behind the registers, utilizing point of sale systems, the POS system, so you can track inventory, and making sure the cameras are noticeable. So that type of practice will typically deter your own staff from trying to take advantage of a situation otherwise. And then finally, one that exists across all industries, from insurance claim examples, would be your slip, trip, and fall type of exposure. So what do we do to make sure that folks, both customers and employees, are not getting injured in the workplace? Quite frankly, it's maintain a clean and neat and tidy workplace. There's no better practice than making sure the floor remains clean and free of debris and free of trip fall hazards, and doing so really can help mitigate the risk that the business faces, both from your own employee staff as well as with your customer base that's walking into your doors.
So first off, I just want to recognize that, everybody on the phone is hearing a lot of insurance terms that you may not understand, but these are very important coverages that will help you get your business back up and running successfully after a potential loss. So one of the most important ones is business income protection. What this coverage does is it helps replace your lost income after resuming operations from a loss. The important thing about this coverage with the Hartford is that you have a 0-hour waiting period. So for example, back in 2012, Superstorm Sandy hit the East Coast. During this time, this massive storm came through, knocking out a lot of power and damaging a lot of businesses. Hartford's protection and business income protection starts paying that loss of revenue right away for while everything is getting back up and running and getting things that are getting things back up to normal. This is paid out on what we call an actual loss sustained coverage. So what you're during that time of loss, you still have to pay rent, you still have to pay your leases, you still have to pay your employees. So this coverage is actually paying you for what that the actual loss is. So if you're making $5,000 a month in revenue, we're actually paying out that coverage. Another important part of a coverage like this that we saw that was very important during Superstorm Sandy was the extended business income. So a quick example on this, when that storm came through, foot traffic did not continue to a lot of those retail businesses for quite a while. So while that foot traffic or while that business is getting up and running, you might be only seeing 50% of your normal income stream. That extended business income is going to help to replace that other part of that lost income while you see that business foot traffic get up and running and flowing back into the retail operations. And obviously, the last thing on the slide here is the off-premise utility service option. So what was important about the Superstorm Sandy learnings from, I think, everybody in the business community is that a lot of had to do with the loss of power. So with this protection anywhere across the country, whether it be a big storm, whether it be lost utility service like we saw in Texas or wildfires, if you do not have power going into your operations, how do you continue your operations? So the off-premise utility service can actually help you out with that business income while that's getting restored. Another important part just about the business income protection with the Hartford is the 0-hour waiting period. Some carriers have up to 72 hours. And what we saw in Superstorm Sandy is that while we were paying that business income on day one, some people didn't get covered for as long as 10 days because there was a 72-hour waiting period. So that's a very important option that we have. That's a 0-hour waiting period. So your business is getting that income that it's losing while everything is getting fixed and up and running again. So now to go over our online client portal that comes with every VIP Hartford policy, I'm going to introduce Jolene Hazard, Senior Sales Rep at the Hartford.
Thanks, Tim. Hey guys, I am going to speak to our online portal, My Account. And I feel that, in this day and age, convenience is everything. As we are in the smartphone, era, Amazon is everything kind of age. This is something that we had developed quite a few years ago. And now 3 years running, we're ranked #1 in overall digital capabilities for small business customers. We have an online portal where you are able to print a proof of insurance immediately. You're able to sign up for text messaging alerts. It is mobile capable, so you are able to log in, look at billing, or look at a claim status ASAP. The biggest thing for me in regards to a claims experience is so many business owners need to know if a check has been cut, when it would be cut, if the claim has been approved. Just as Tim was discussing in regards to Superstorm Sandy, that is extremely important. So our goal at the Hartford is to give 110% transparency. So not only are you able to track and locate and know if your claim has been paid, you're also able to, let's say, if you'd wanted to change your billing to auto pay enrollment, if you wanted to add a location to your policy, these are all things that you can do through our portal. And I think the most amazing thing about it is most of the time we are not accessing this portal within the hours of 9 to 5. It's usually after hours. So it's just at the convenience of you as a retailer. Especially if you have multiple locations, the proof of insurance and the certificate is very, very pertinent. So this is our online portal. Our clients love it. We love it. We hear nothing but positive things about it. So it's just another perk being with the Hartford. And now I'm going to go ahead and pass this back over to Vantreo.
So you're probably wondering, how do I get a quote? We've made it super easy. There's 2 options. You can either just send us an email directly at vipwireless@vantreo.com, or we've also provided a link to an online form that's super easy to complete. And you can reach out directly to your rep, and they can send that to you via email. And you can go on there and fill out a few pieces of information. Shouldn't take more than maybe 5 minutes at the most. And that gets sent over to us directly. So those are the 2 options. Super, super easy.
Thank you, Eric. This is Teresa. I'm with Vantreo. Eric and I are part of the team behind the scenes. And what we would love to be able to do is provide you a quote and a coverage comparison to your current insurance. What we'd need from you is just a current copy of your policy, and we'd be able to provide you a comparison with the Hartford quote with your current policy. So it doesn't take very long for us to put that together for you, and we welcome the opportunity to partner with you guys and help you with your insurance needs and provide you with the coverage comparison. That's pretty much as easy as it gets. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for listening today. We are very interested in providing every one of you an opportunity for better protection, easy insurance compliance, and access to a supportive program that we want you to feel comfortable with. We hope you'll check it out and become a part of the solution today.